Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. It's election day. Get out there and vote if you have not done so already. That's enough of that. So let's take a look again at the passage that we looked at yesterday. What I'm doing, I'm trying to apply some spiritual truth to a very interesting story when Jesus and his disciples were just walking. They were taking a shortcut through a grain field to get from where they were at to where they wanted to go. And something took place, and it actually speaks a lot to a spiritual truth that we could apply here today. Take a look at the screen, listen to this, follow this. Here's what it says. It says, "At that time, Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry, and they began to pick up some heads of grain and eat them. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to him, 'Look, your disciples are doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath.'" All right, now, I'm trying to bring up moments where, if we're not careful, we can be susceptible to the enemy's attacks on us. Yesterday, we talked about how we can be susceptible when either we least expect it or when it's right after a victory. Now, today, I want you to notice that the disciples were hungry. They were hungry. Now, let's apply that spiritually. Now, I don't know if you realize this, but within each and every one of us, there is this desire. Some would say there's a God-shaped hole that needs to be filled, but there's a desire in every one of us, whether you want to believe it or not, for the things of God. There's this longing to worship something. There's this longing for the genuine, legitimate need that we're all looking for, whether that be security, happiness, etc. That void, that hole, that hunger, that desire can only be filled by Jesus. And I've been doing this for a while now. I have witnessed way too many times, and maybe if we're all honest, we see it in ourselves sometimes, but there are these moments that we try to fill that longing for God with something else. That is a huge trick of the enemy of our souls, is to try to get us to fill that need and that desire that each of us has for God, and we try to fill that with something that just doesn't quite do it. You know, I could fill my gas tank in my car with water, okay? And the gas tank will be full, but I promise you the car's not going to run the way that it should if I do that. The only thing that needs to go into that gas tank for it to run is gasoline. The only thing that needs to be in that void that all of us have for the things of God is the things of God. So you'll never fill that void with another relationship. You'll never fill that void with money. You'll never fill that void with success. And so many people try to find all the answers to their lives in the wrong way, and really nothing will fulfill that hunger for you like Jesus. Now, I know a lot of you are watching this, and it says a lot about your desire for God and your hunger for the Lord, and that's awesome. But if we ever get to that point where there's something else that's kind of fulfilling that hunger and fulfilling that need and fulfilling that desire that we normally should have for our relationship with God, then it's really time to understand that the enemy is trying to substitute our gas with water. Our enemy is trying to substitute the things of God for anything else, good or bad. So I want to encourage you today, do a little self-inventory and ask yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, what am I really desirous of? What am I hungry for? And let's make sure that God is in his rightful spot in that hunger. Okay? Gotta let you go. My time's up. Love you. Talk to you later. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.